What's up everybody, I'm Logan from Sleepopolis.com, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new Casper Wave Hybrid. I'm going to give you some recommendations, complaints, who I think the Wave Hybrid would be a good fit for, and who should stay away. Basically everything you need to know, but enough introduction. Let's jump in and talk about what the Wave Hybrid actually feels like. Now, of course, the most important thing when looking at a new mattress is what it actually feels like to lie in bed. So I want to talk briefly about the firmness of the Wave Hybrid. In my opinion, it is a bit on the softer side, coming in at like a 5.5 out of 10 on the firmness scale. I generally think of like a 6, 6.5 to be that medium firmness. So this is just to the softer side. The comfort foams on top, which we'll look at later on in the review, are pretty soft, so you're going to get some initial sinkage right into there, but as you push further into the mattress, there's really nice transition and cradling support. Now, when I was lying on my back, my weight's evenly distributed, I could already feel myself sink into the mattress a little bit. You do get some nice pressure relief there. Even with that, I thought there was okay support from the pocketed coils beneath that. Again, I think the mattress does a really good job of giving you this nice softness to sink into, while also transitioning you so you don't kind of push through the softer foams on top and then all of a sudden hit like a firmer layer below it. So I think it does a good job of really cradling your weight as you push into the mattress. Now, even with the softer foams you are sinking in, I found that the hybrid pocketed coils do a really good job of giving this mattress some bounce, some mobility, so you're able to change positions, roll around without feeling stuck in the Wave Hybrid. Now, because it is a softer mattress, I think it's a great option for the side sleepers out there. When I was lying on my side, my weight is more kind of centered over a single area, which means I'm going to push further into the mattress. Because of that, a lot of side sleepers often complain about pressure points forming at problem areas like the shoulders, the hips, because if you bump up against a really firm layer in the mattress, you're going to feel kind of jammed up. So that's really what we're looking for side sleepers, is softer mattresses, plush feel, and the Wave Hybrid really gives you that here. We're going to take a look at the construction later on. I can go over the zone support system. But basically what it means is you're able to sink further in at the shoulders for pressure relief while still having good support in the kind of heavier portion of your body to help with spine alignment. So given the soft feel, the zone support, the transition support there, I think it's a great choice for the side sleepers out there. On the flip side of that, rolling onto my stomach, what I'm generally looking for is a firmer mattress so that it supports my hips from sinking in so your spine doesn't start to bow, keeps good spine alignment. I think the Wave Hybrid is probably just a little too soft for most stomach sleepers out there. So if you're a back sleeper, side sleeper, kind of combo sleeper that needs to roll around a little bit, I think the Wave Hybrid's a good choice. If you do spend most of the night sleeping on your stomach, I just think it's a little too soft. I'm going to run a few tests to help you get a more objective view of what the Casper Wave Hybrid is all about, but if there's anything I don't cover, just leave a comment below. Now, the first test I run on all mattresses that I review is the pressure map test. Basically, I put a pressure map down on top of the mattress, lie down in a few positions, and you'll see the results next to me, ranging from blue for low pressure to red for high pressure. Now, lying on my back with my weight evenly distributed, most mattresses that I test show blue across the board, and the Wave Hybrid is no different here. Basically, just have to test it to make sure that it doesn't spike in any strange area. Nothing really stands out on my back here, though. Now, as I was rolling onto the side, this is where this test really comes in handy. Like I said before, side sleepers often complain about pressure points forming, especially at the shoulders. And as you can see, there is a slight raise into the green pressure range on this mattress, but I really think that's a good result here. What we're worried about is if it's going to go up into the yellow or the red range. The Wave Hybrid has this nice soft plush feel on top, this cradling support, and I think it does a really great job of pressure relief. So if you are a side sleeper, that's a big plus for you. Now, rolling onto my stomach, again, it's kind of like on the back where we're just really looking to see if anything spikes, anything strange stands out, but it doesn't really show me anything here. It's pretty much low pressure across the board, which is good, but I would say, again, I think it might just be a little too soft. I felt my hips sinking into the mattress when I was lying on my stomach. Now, the next test that I run in every review is the sinkage test, and it's basically meant to help you get a better idea of whether you feel more on top of or sunken into bed when lying on the Casper Wave Hybrid. So I use 4 balls of varying sizes, weights, and densities to simulate different body parts and check to see how far into the mattress they sink. Now, I won't get into the specific measurements for each of these balls, but across the board, there's more sinkage on the Casper Wave Hybrid than I'm used to seeing on other mattresses that I've tested. That basically goes in line with what I was feeling during the kind of feel and firmness portion of the review. You're going to feel that you're sinking into those soft foams right off the bat, get some nice pressure relief contouring around your body. Now, another thing that I test is the bounce of the mattress, and I gotta say I was pretty impressed with the bounce that the pocketed coil section provides. So while you do kind of feel sinking into the mattress for pressure relief, you're not gonna feel stuck when you're changing positions, which is why I was saying I think it'd be a pretty good option for the combination sleepers out there. Now, another test that I run is the motion transfer test, and I basically take that 10-pound steel ball and I drop it from heights of 4, 8, and 12 inches to simulate someone kind of getting into and out of bed, rolling around in the middle of the night. And on the other side of the mattress where you might be sleeping, I put a seismometer down, and what that does is it tracks the disturbance transferred across the bed with each ball drop. Now, I gotta say I was pretty impressed with the results of the motion transfer test for the Casper Wave Hybrid. I think it does a really good job of isolating motion transfer. So if you do sleep with a restless partner, someone who tosses and turns during the middle of the night, gets up into and out of bed during the middle of the night, things like that, these soft foams and the pocketed coils of the Wave Hybrid do a pretty good job of dulling that disturbance. So I think you'd be pretty comfortable on your side of the bed. Now, I've peeled back the cover of the Wave Hybrid to give you a better look at the layers inside and where that feel is coming from. So I'm going to start off by describing the cover, which has this polyester wool blend to it. It's got this thick, cozy feel to it. I guess I would say it probably feels a lot like your favorite sweater or something like that. Now, below that, we have the comfort layer, which is an inch of this hyper soft poly foam. You can see it's really easy to press into. You're going to sink into that really quickly for pressure relief. It does have a nice quick reaction to it, so you're not going to feel stuck in this layer, but it's got this really airy feeling to it. Now, below that, we have a layer of latex foam. It's about 1.5 inches thick. You can see it's got that quick response to pressure that latex is known for. Latex is also known for sleeping cool, so between these top two layers, you're going to be able to sink in. This latex layer is a little bit firmer than the really soft layer above it, but you're kind of transitioning into firmer foams. Still getting good bounce in response time though, so you're not going to feel stuck in these layers, and they both sleep pretty cool. Now, below both those layers, we have 1.5 inches of memory foam. You can see that slow response to pressure there. Now, what memory foam is really good at is allowing you to sink in for pressure relief. So that's basically as you're sinking further and further into the mattress. Remember, it's a pretty soft mattress. You're getting good pressure relief. This is going to give you some contouring down here. Some of the complaints that people have about memory foam is that they can feel stuck in memory foam because that's slow response, so they've placed it below the latex foam, which has really good bounce and mobility to it, as well as the quick response to pressure up here. So these layers kind of defend against the stuck feeling of memory foam. Memory foam can often be known for trapping a bit of body heat, causing people to sleep hot. Latex is great at defending against that body heat trap. It disperses the body heat, helps you sleep cooler. Now, below the memory foam, we get to this polyfoam transition layer. It's a bit firmer than the memory foam, so you're kind of transitioning softer foams into firmer foams, so you get this cradling support that I was talking about before, so you don't slam through the softer foams into the firm support below. So you're getting cradling support as it goes down. The actual interesting thing about this transition layer, though, is that it's zoned, so you're going to see that along the side of the mattress. They've cut holes around where the shoulders would be to allow you to sink further in for pressure relief of the shoulders. And they also have these gel beads where your hips are going to be to help support your hips. So while you're on your side, you're going to get a nice spine alignment there, as well as pressure relief at the shoulders. Now, below that, we have the pocketed coil support layer. Now, like I mentioned before, this is one of two of Casper's original mattresses that they've now made into hybrid mattresses. So while instead of high density polyfoam, they're using these pocketed coils, it's still going to give you great support, and it's going to give you a little bit more bounce than you would get out of an all foam mattress. Now, you will see high density polyfoam right here. It's actually wrapped around the entirety of the support layer of the mattress. I had to cut into it a little bit to give you a look at the pocketed coils inside of there. Now, this high density polyfoam is used as edge support, so basically it's going to allow you to sleep all the way to the end of the bed without collapsing it, feeling like you're rolling out of bed or anything like that. And at the base of the mattress, there's another inch of high density polyfoam that's really just as the something for the pocketed coils to press off of. Now, if you're looking at reviews of the Casper Wave Hybrid, I'm assuming it's not the only mattress you're looking into, so I want to give you a few notes on some of their competitors so you can compare and contrast for yourself. Now, first up is the Tempur-Pedic Luxe Adapt. Now, it is an all-foam mattress, but it is not a bed-in-a-box. It's a mattress that uses a lot of memory foam, so you're going to get that slow response to pressure, really sink deep into the mattress for pressure relief, get that contouring hug around your body. It's got a really soft feel that I like for side sleepers. In terms of price, it ranges from $3,500 up to $4,700. Next up is the Purple 3, which is a part of Purple's new Purple mattress line. It uses pocketed coil support with that same hyperelastic polymer grid that Purple is known for. The Purple 3 is the medium range on the new Purple line. There is a Purple 4 with just an extra inch of hyperelastic polymer. You're going to be able to sink into both of them for good pressure relief. You know that hyperelastic polymer is a really bouncy material, and it combines well with the pocketed coils to make a really bouncy mattress. It's going to give you some really great mobility. Now, hyperelastic polymer also sleeps really cool, and I think that the Purple 3 is a great choice for the combination sleepers out there. Now, in terms of price, it ranges from $1,900 to $2,700. Casper has a few other models in their mattress line. I'm going to touch briefly on two of them here. First up is the Casper Hybrid, which along with the Wave Hybrid were the first Casper mattresses to provide pocketed coil support as opposed to a high-density polyfoam support level. Now, it's still a bed-in-a-box mattress. The construction is similar to the original Casper, using kind of a latex-like foam on top with some memory foam beneath that for pressure relief, and then a zone support system below that. Now, that zone support is going to support your hips a little stronger to keep them from sinking in, while allowing your shoulders to sink further, and it's going to help with side sleeping, spinal alignment. I really like the Casper Hybrid for combination sleepers. Now, in terms of price, it ranges for a twin size mattress for $850 up to a king size for $1,895, but if you use the code SLEEPOPOLIS, you can save $75 at checkout. Next up is the Casper Wave. Now, the Casper Wave is an all-foam bed-in-a-box mattress like most of the other Casper mattresses. It uses similar comfort foams to the Wave Hybrid here, but the difference comes in that coil support below. So it doesn't have quite the same bounce, but it does have a really plush feel that I really like for the side sleepers out there. Now, in terms of price, the original Casper Wave comes in at a bit less expensive, with the twin size version coming in at $1,250, ranging up to $2,750 for the king size, but you can use the code SLEEPOPOLIS at checkout to save $150. Now, before I finish the review, I want to give you a few recommendations on who I think the Wave Hybrid would be a good fit for. First up is side sleepers. I really like softer mattresses for side sleepers, and I think the Wave Hybrid has a great plush, soft feel to it, and especially with the zone support, it's going to do a good job allowing your shoulders to sink in for some pressure relief, while also keeping your spine line in a good position with stronger support around the hips. Now, given that, I also like the Casper Wave Hybrid for couples as well. It has this high-density polyfoam edge support wrapped around the entirety of the mattress, so you can sleep all the way to the end of the bed, make the bed feel a little bit bigger. And it also did a really good job during the motion transfer portion of the review, so if you do sleep with a partner, they're going to be able to move around, change positions without waking you up during the middle of the night. And my final recommendation is if you're looking for a luxury feel, the Wave Hybrid definitely has that. It's got these soft comfort foams on top to allow you to sink in, but it's got a really good cradling transition support, so you're going to feel kind of more like a cloud feeling kind of a thing. So you're sinking into the mattress, but you'll never kind of push through and bump up against kind of any firmer layers below that. So I think it's a really nice luxury feel. Now, while I really like the Wave Hybrid, I don't think it's the perfect mattress for everybody, so some of my cons or complaints would be that if you're a stomach sleeper, I think it's just a little too soft for you. I generally think stomach sleepers need stronger support to keep their hips from sinking in, keep their spinal line in a good position, which kind of goes into my next point, which is if you're looking for a firm mattress, this kind of has that softer support. There's only the one support level, so if you're someone, maybe you're a little bit on the heavier side, you need stronger support, the Wave Hybrid's not going to give that to you. Now, if you've watched this whole review and you've decided that the Wave Hybrid is the mattress for you, I want to give you a little bit of purchasing information. First up, there is a 100-night trial period, so you can have it in home for a little over 3 months, deciding whether or not you want to keep it or send it back. There's also a 10-year warranty. You want to check out exactly what that covers on Casper's site, but I think that's pretty much right on average, or the industry standard for bed-in-a-box online mattresses such as this. Now, in terms of shipping, it will arrive free and compressed in a box, meaning you're going to have to unbox it, let it expand for a few hours. We actually have a nice video of myself and Rachel unboxing this Casper Wave Hybrid, so you can check out that process. Once that's open, you're going to want to let it expand for a few hours or even overnight before you sleep on it, so you get the full support and feel of the mattress. Now, in terms of price, the Wave Hybrid ranges from $1,545 up to $3,495, but again, if you use the code SLEEPOPOLIS at checkout, you can save $150 on your purchase. So that's it for my review of the Casper Wave Hybrid. If there's anything I didn't cover, just leave a comment below. Now, if your mattress search continues, hit subscribe because we're going to keep putting out more mattress reviews to help you find the right bed for you. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and Twitter so you don't miss any of our sleep news or our giveaway announcements. And check out sleepopolis.com for all of your sleep needs.